Earth, the only planet we call home, could face extinction at any moment. Climate change, natural disasters, and even a massive meteor strike could wipe out humanity in a flash. But what if we could survive? What if we could become a multi-planet species? That's exactly what Elon Musk, the visionary entrepreneur and founder of SpaceX, believes we should strive for. Leaving Earth would mean that we might have to become aliens, and that isn't a strange concept for Elon Musk. I know what you're thinking. Is Elon Musk an alien? Okay, hear us out. The guy is a tech visionary and entrepreneur, and his success seems almost extraterrestrial. But before we start calling the men in black, let's take a closer look at the facts. First off, Elon Musk is not from another planet. However, he does share some qualities with our intergalactic friends. He's got a genius-level ick, a knack for predicting the future, and a drive to achieve his goals that's out of this world. We like to think of him as a business alien, someone who's not bound by the traditional rules of business and thinks outside the box. And right now, the coolest thing is to join him on the mission to alienate humans from extinction. Musk has always been vocal about his goal to transform humanity into a spacefaring civilization. He argues that we need to venture out into the universe and establish a permanent presence on other planets, like Mars, in order to ensure our survival. And who wouldn't be excited about that? The idea of exploring new frontiers and building a city on another planet is nothing short of thrilling. But there's more to it than just excitement. Musk believes that we, as humans, have a responsibility to be the guardians of life. The creatures we love and cherish can't build spaceships or explore the cosmos, but we can. By expanding our reach beyond Earth, we can protect and preserve life in all its forms. And let's not forget the moon. It's been nearly half a century since humans last set foot on its surface. Musk argues that it's time we return and establish a permanent base there too. A bustling city on the moon and a thriving civilization on Mars. That's the vision of our future that Musk is working towards. But let's consider Mars, a red planet with a surface temperature averaging at a chilling -63 degrees Celsius. Not exactly a hospitable environment for us humans. But Elon Musk has a plan. He wants to use nuclear explosions to heat up Mars' poles, release its frozen stores of carbon dioxide, and create a more welcoming atmosphere. Sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, right? Well, it's actually not as far-fetched as it sounds. According to Musk, this would make it possible for humans to walk around the planet using just a breathing apparatus. But before we start packing our bags, a paper published in the journal Nature Astronomy in 2018 threw a wrench in Musk's plan. The paper argued that there might not be enough carbon dioxide left on Mars to create the greenhouse warming required to terraform the planet. The authors suggested that vaporizing Mars' carbon-rich sedimentary rocks might only release enough gas for a fraction of the atmospheric pressure on Earth. Musk had a discussion with the authors, and while they all agreed that the technology to terraform Mars is still a ways off, the vision of a self-sustaining city on the planet by 2050 is still very much alive. So, perhaps we should focus on building that city first before figuring out the rest. Every 26 months, Mars and Earth cozy up to each other, reducing their distance to a mere 33.9 million miles apart. It's like they're playing a cosmic game of hide and seek, only they can't really hide. In March 2019, Musk took to Twitter to announce that he had a lofty goal: building a self-sustaining city on Mars by 2050. He proposed a timeline of 5 years to start and 10 orbital synchronizations, which would amount to 22 years of hard work and dedication. But Musk's not one to shy away from a challenge. In fact, he set himself the deadline of having 1 million people living in his Martian metropolis by 2050. That's a tall order, but if anyone can make it happen, it's the man who revolutionized the electric car and founded a company dedicated to making space travel a reality. Get ready to blast off into the future with Elon Musk's latest innovation, the Starship. This towering rocket, standing at an impressive 395 feet tall and costing a whopping £2.4 billion, is set to revolutionize long-distance space travel as we know it. And the best part? Its maiden launch is just weeks away, so buckle up and get ready to witness history in the making. This sleek and powerful rocket is designed to carry a whopping 100 people to the Red Planet, making it the largest and most powerful rocket ever created. With 16 million pounds of thrust, it's almost twice as powerful as NASA's latest rocket, the Space Launch System, and SpaceX Musk's space exploration company isn't cutting any corners. They've even completed a wet dress rehearsal, fully fueling and stacking the Starship and accompanying craft for the very first time. But that's not all. Starship isn't just big and powerful. It's also a game changer when it comes to cost. This fully reusable rocket could end up being 200 times cheaper per launch than most other rockets, thanks to its innovative design. And that's not just hot air. Musk estimates that each launch could cost as little as $2 million, compared to NASA's estimated cost of a jaw-dropping $4.1 billion per launch for their new Sols rocket. So how does this marvel of engineering work? When returning to Earth, Starship will re-enter the atmosphere at a steep 60-degree angle before belly flopping down in a horizontal position, using the Earth's atmosphere to slow down its descent. It's a daring move, but the 4 steel landing flaps located at the front and rear of the rocket work to stabilize it during the descent, much like how a skydiver controls their fall with their arms and legs. As the rocket approaches the ground, it flips back into a vertical position and uses its powerful Raptor engines as retro rockets to guide it down to a safe landing. It's a thrilling ride, and with Musk's ambitious plan to have the first astronauts on Mars by 2030, it's clear that the Starship is just the beginning of a new era of space exploration. So buckle up and get ready to witness history in the making. What is the SpaceX Mars program? The SpaceX Mars program is a set of projects aimed at facilitating the colonization of Mars to ensure the long-term survival of the human species. The program includes the development of the SpaceX Starship, a fully reusable launch vehicle, which is intended to reduce the cost of space transportation and make travel to Mars more feasible. The program has been in development since the early 2000s, and its current Mars plan was formally proposed in 2016. SpaceX hopes to establish infrastructure on Mars through small fleets of Starship spacecraft, funded by public-private partnerships, which could eventually lead to the colonization of Mars. The program has been criticized as impractical due to uncertainties regarding its financing and the challenge of sustaining human life on Mars. In September 2016, Elon Musk presented a detailed plan for his Mars program at the International Astronautical Congress in Guadalajara, Mexico. The plan included a fully reusable rocket and spacecraft system, known as the Interplanetary Transport System, ITS, which was designed to enable the colonization of Mars. The ITS would consist of a 122-meter-tall launch vehicle, capable of carrying up to 450 tons of cargo and 100 passengers to Mars, and a spacecraft that would be able to carry crew and cargo between Mars and Earth. The spacecraft would be able to make the trip to Mars in about 80 days and could be refueled on the surface of the planet using methane produced from the Martian atmosphere. In 2017, the ITS was renamed to BFR, Big Falcon Rocket, and then to Starship in 2018. The Starship is being developed as a fully reusable 2-stage launch vehicle, which would be used to replace all of SpaceX's existing launch vehicles and spacecraft used for satellite delivery and human transport. The Starship system consists of a reusable first-stage booster called the Super Heavy, which will be powered by 31 Raptor engines, and a second-stage spacecraft called the Starship, which will be powered by 6 Raptor engines. The Starship will be capable of carrying up to 100 people or 100 tons of cargo to Mars and will be fully reusable. In 2020, SpaceX conducted several test flights of the Starship prototype, known as Sun 5, Sun 6, Sun 8, Sun 9, Sun 10, Sun 11, Sun 15, and Sun 20. These test flights were designed to test the Starship's ability to take off, hover, and land safely. The Sun 8 and Sun 9 test flights were particularly notable, as they demonstrated the Starship's ability to perform a belly flop maneuver, in which the spacecraft flips onto its side and descends through the atmosphere, before righting itself and landing vertically. SpaceX plans to conduct a number of additional test flights of the Starship prototype in the coming months, with the goal of achieving orbit by the end of 2022. The company also plans to conduct an uncrewed mission to Mars as early as 2024, with a crewed mission to follow in the years after. SpaceX's ultimate goal is to establish a self-sustaining human colony on Mars, with the hope that this will ensure the long-term survival of the human species. Before applying to join Mars City, you need to meet certain eligibility criteria. You must be at least 18 years of age and have a clean criminal record. You should also have relevant skills and qualifications that can be useful for the Mars colonization effort, such as engineering, science, medicine, agriculture, and other technical fields. To apply for Mars City, you need to fill out an online application on the SpaceX website. The application form will ask for your personal details, educational qualifications, work experience, and other relevant information. You will also be required to submit a video or written essay explaining why you want to join Mars City and how you can contribute to the Mars colonization effort. Once you submit your application, the selection process begins. This process is highly competitive and rigorous, as only the best and most qualified candidates will be selected for the mission. The selection process involves multiple rounds of screening, including interviews, medical and psychological evaluations, and skill tests. The final candidates will be chosen based on their skills, experience, and suitability for the mission. Living on Mars is a huge endeavor, and the cost of living in Mars City is not cheap. The cost includes everything from transportation, food, accommodation, medical facilities, and other basic necessities. The exact cost of living in Mars City is not yet known, but it is estimated to be in the millions of dollars. However, it's important to note that SpaceX is committed to making Mars colonization a reality, and they are working on developing innovative ways to reduce the cost of living on Mars. Joining Mars City is not for the faint of heart. It requires hard work, dedication, and a willingness to take risks. But if you have the skills and the passion to be a part of this historic mission, then you have the opportunity to become a part of something truly amazing. So, if you're ready to become an interplanetary pioneer, then start preparing your application today and join the Mars City mission. So, why should we become a multi-planet species? Because it's the ultimate adventure, the key to our survival, and our duty as the caretakers of life. Are you ready to join the mission? We've reached the end of the video. I hope this video has inspired you to become an alien and join the Mars City. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be part of history, explore a new planet, and contribute to humanity's progress. So, what are you waiting for? Join SpaceX Mars City now. If you're interested in joining Mars City, visit the SpaceX website for more information on the application process and eligibility criteria. Remember, the future is in your hands, and it's up to you to make it happen. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on Mars.